You might not agree with this, but the way you're thinking and talking about money might be keeping you poor. My name is Soho Fini. I'm a certified financial planner and have been in financial services for over 10 years. From thousands of hours of conversations with very successful clients, I can tell you that people who are wealthy and feel wealthy and live rich lives think and talk differently about money. In this video, I want to highlight some of the poor money habits, behaviors, and beliefs that just might be holding you back. It goes without saying, anything we talk about here is not financial, legal, and tax advice. It's for entertainment and education and to give you something to think about. Let's dive in and let's start by one of the most common ones. Money is the root of all evil. In all reality, money is entirely neutral in its facilities. Money is simply a means of transferring energy and exchange. On its own, it's incapable of good or evil. It is the people in possession of money that will give it form. So money in the hands of a good person is capable of multiplying good and positivity around the world. And money in the hands of the wrong people can do more harm and damage. If you grew up with this belief being thrown around that money is the root of all evil, even if you say it jokingly, there is a part of you deep down that is holding you back from pursuing something that at least in some level you think is evil. So here's how I wanted to challenge you with that. I want you to sit down and write 5 positive things you would do today if you had more money today. And you tell me if money still feels like the root of all evil or not. Number 2, hard-earned money. This must be one of my least favorite 3-word combinations in the English language. Hard-earned money? Why does it have to be hard to make money? In fact, I will challenge you and go as far as saying that if you believe money is hard to make, then that is the only way that's presented to you to make money. Many years ago, I was challenged by a business and money coach at that time to change the way I was thinking about money. I was explaining to her that I'm working so hard to build my business, to build my clientele, to make a mark as an entrepreneur in the world. And I was telling her how hard I'm willing to work. And she said, let me stop you right there. I want you to invite a level of ease in your life and in your business and go from the mentality of hustling and chasing money to the mentality of attracting money. If you feel hard-earned money is a phrase that easily gets thrown around, I want you to pause and stop using it. Number 3, I want to talk about one of the behaviors. And this is a behavior that on the surface might seem like such a good quality to have, but it might be hurting you. This is aimlessly saving money. Now, let me be very clear. As a financial planner, I firmly believe in the value of a good emergency fund. I believe in being intentional and systematic with how we put money aside and how we spend that money. That being said, if you're hoarding cash, just putting money that comes in, not spending, not enjoying, and just holding things, put in a bank account because you are worried and uncertain about things, there might be some conversations to be had. Let's be clear on this. When people hold on to a lot of cash, it's usually a sign of uncertainty. They're either uncertain of their job, of economic circumstances, or their capability to continue to make money, or it could simply be that they are uncertain in what to invest in. Nonetheless, if you're finding yourself aimlessly saving money, which is you save and save and save and save and stop yourself from enjoying your life, and 2, you're just holding a lot of cash without any particular plan for it, it is time for you to sit down with an advisor, with a planner, and put a plan in place to find out what is an amount of money that you actually need to save, and so that you can spend the rest and start living your life. Number 4 is the feeling that you feel like you haven't earned the right to enjoy your money. This is one of those money mentalities that's absolutely holding you back in life. The feeling of there is more for you to prove before you can get from your life. I see this quite a bit with younger professionals, and I can promise you, no matter where you are in your life, there is a level of enjoyment that you might be starving yourself because you feel like you need to prove yourself before you are worthy of joy. The fact that you're here, your mere presence is worthy of joy and happiness. So if you're finding yourself delaying something that's meaningful to you because you feel like you need to push it back, because you need to prove yourself and you have earned the right to leisure, to joy, I want to stop you. In fact, I want you to stop listening to anybody who tells you that you have to earn your right to joy and happiness in life. Last but not least, I want to talk about the other side of this: wealth signaling. I see this very often with young entrepreneurs who end up having massive success very, very quickly. I want you to think of wealth signaling as frivolously spending money. Brand on brand on brand, continually spending money on things and buying things just because you can. When you find yourself in a cycle of buying things just because you can, not because they mean anything meaningful to you, it's time for you to take a step back. Wealth signaling usually comes from two places. One, you do not believe in your worthiness and you want to show people that you are worthy of their respect by pointing out your material possessions. Number two, you are making such a level of sacrifice in your life to get what you have that you almost need physical objects to point out and say, look, my hard work, my sacrifice, all the joys I'm delayed, all the connections I forgo, it was all worth it because of this nice item I was able to acquire. So those are 5 examples of poor money beliefs and behaviors that might be holding you back without you even knowing about them. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe and send this to somebody that you think might enjoy this as well. My name is Soho Fini, and thanks for tuning in.